This part is a full tour of KnitMotion's core animation system, assigning completely different animations to multiple characters in the same scene, and even mirroring any animation with a single click using Symmetry. Everything you'd normally spend hours doing in the NLA, done in seconds. KnitMotion core features: loops, speed, blending, and multi-character animation. I'm importing the fast run, look back, and walking animations. As you can see, our character is here. I'm moving these to the side with G and X. All right, now let's look at our animations. As you can see, it's working. Let me move this one step to the side. There we go. Now we're getting into the add-on's main features. I open KnitMotion with the N key. The moment we click Load Action, 3 animations get listed. First, I want to clearly walk you through this. The first part is the field where you can rename things. For example, the moment I click, you can see the selected ones. We'll name the first one Walk. You can move up and down with the arrow keys. Let's rename it first. Let's go in order. We name this one Walk. We'll put Run in the second slot. We can switch directly with the arrow keys. Number 2, I typed Run. Okay. Number 3, I'm renaming it. I typed Look Back, hit Enter, and clicked OK. Here, it shows the frame count, as you can see. In Place, we had a lot of requests for this in our previous versions, so we improved In Place and added it back. Repeat Count, Speed. We also added speed because you might want it slower or faster. Height and rotation. Now, to avoid any confusion, let's start with just one of them. I'm shrinking the panel a bit. I selected the armature. Right now, I only want to work with Walk, so I sent the other 2 animations to the inactive section. In the Walk section, if I want it to play in place, I open my non-liner animation, NLA, editor like this. I set it to 0. If I want it to move in place, all I have to do is click In Place. The moment I click Send to NLA, the character will move in place. As you can see, let me pan to the side. Okay, now I want it to repeat more. I want 10 repeats. When I press Send, as you can see in the NLA, they're all lined up. I'm balancing my character slightly like this. As you can see, the character keeps going like this. However, at the transitions right around here, you can notice a slight bump up and down. We solve this with the Smooth button. The moment you click the Smooth button, it will give you a seamless transition between loop repeats. I'm going back to the start. Now I'm watching it again. As you can see, the head movement continues smoothly. You can increase this infinitely, and the animation keeps going like this. Let's say I'm back at the panel. Let's say I want to increase the speed. This goes in steps like 2x, 3x. The moment I set it to 2x and click Send to NLA, as you can see, it got compressed, just like YouTube videos. I go back to the start and play it at normal speed again. Now it's moving much faster. Let's exaggerate it. Let me narrow the panel so we can see everything. Let's exaggerate and set the speed to 5x. The moment I press Send, this is how fast it gets. So, can I slow it down? Of course. In that case, we'll go with decimal values. Let's say I set it to 0.5 and pressed Send. This time, my character will look like it's moving in slow motion. This is a handy feature. Another feature, I'm coming back in front of my character. If you pay attention with some Mixamo characters or a character you've uploaded, the hand can clip through the mesh. For that, you can use arm space. Arm space 0 is the current state. After setting it to 10 and pressing send, you'll see the arms widen. Now the arms move with more space. This is just one of the many things you can do for a single animation and its loops. You can adjust the height. I'm setting speed back to 0. With rotation, we can also rotate at any angle on the z-axis. For example, when I give it a 30-degree rotation, the character will move at a 30-degree angle. In a single loop, this might not make much difference, but when the next animations are blended together, you'll see the difference. Now, my other two animations. Since I have my armature, I don't actually need these. The animations are already sitting in the inactive section when I click Load Action. I moved them up. I don't need these armatures anymore either, so I'm deleting them. I came back, selected my character. I have 3 animations here. I'm going to combine them. This can be done very easily. I check the settings, everything is stable, fixed. The only thing we need to do right away, I'm setting arm space back to 0. The moment I click Send to NLA, my character disappeared. Why? Because it's probably moving. Let me rotate to the side, close the panel with N. There it is. As you can see, it's moving flawlessly. Okay. I want to increase the counts. Let the walk repeat be 5, the run, and at the end, let it turn and look back once. The moment I press send, as you can see, they're all lined up. Now, let me set the timeline to 428 and watch it again. I close the panel with N and go back to the start. There we go. As you can see, the character is moving flawlessly. Now it's about to start running, and then let's watch from a distance. Yes, it continued its movement flawlessly. As you can see, the ground issue from the previous versions is completely fixed. Now, in any animation transition, the character's contact with the ground is calculated precisely, and it moves with its feet planted perfectly on the ground. Now let's move on to another feature, assigning different animations to characters. Right now there are 3 different characters in the scene, and I want to assign animations to them. I want the first character to only walk and to do 10 repeats in total. When I press send, all of the first character's animations are placed. This way, even though the other animations end, my character keeps going. I want to assign only the run to my second character. So I move the run up. Since all the animations in the list would get applied, let's keep only the run. Since running is faster, let me give it 20 repeats. The moment I press send, it assigned the run to the selected character. I play it again. Let me narrow this a bit so we can see more comfortably. I'm zooming out a bit. As you can see, my second character is running and my first character is walking. For the third character, I want to assign a more complex set of animations. So after selecting my third character, don't forget this, first let it run, 3 repeats is enough. Then let it walk, that should be 3 repeats too. And then, sorry, I made a mistake. Look, back should be 1 repeat at the end. The walk should be 3 repeats for my third character, and I click send. Now I open the panel with N, let's take a look, all the strips are placed here, 1 set for each character. I go back and play it. As you can see, each one did the tasks I assigned. Pay attention to this overlap here. While my third character starts walking, the other character keeps running because I only loaded the run animation onto it. And my first character just keeps walking because I only added the walk animation to it. This way, you can assign different animations to every character you bring into the scene. We can use the Symmetry feature here. For this, I'm bringing a new animation into the scene, left turn. Let me move this to the side too. As you can see, our character turns to the left. Now, first I brought the new one in with load action. Let me name this one turn, because we'll decide ourselves whether it goes right or left. By default, it turns left first. When I combine this actually, to keep it from getting too crowded, let's do it together with just the walk. I selected the armatures. I don't need this one anymore either. I selected the character's armature and pressed send. It's placed in the NLA, let's see. I closed the panel with N, zooming in a bit. There it is, and my character continued by turning to the left, as you can see. So if I want it to turn right, I don't have to go find a right turn animation. All I have to do is click the Symmetry button. The moment I press send again, this time it will turn right. Make characters walk along any path with one button. Making an animation move along a specific curve instead of a straight line usually requires a lot of manual setup. We've built a button for this too, and it works very fast. The only thing we need for this is to go to the Add menu, then Curve, and use either Path or Bezier. Let's start with Bezier. I'll show Path as well. When I click Bezier, it brings in a Bezier curve for us. What you need to pay attention to here is when we rotate the Bezier, we need to rotate it in the negative direction so that its head becomes the origin. When I set rotation Z to -90, I've rotated the path. Now let me come over like this to enlarge the path. I can scale it up with scale. And with G and Y, I moved its head to the origin. So right now, we have a Bezier path like this. I want the character to move along it. All we need to do for this is, with the animation selected in the add-on panel, I select my character, and then I select the path. I selected the path and clicked Walk Along Path. Now all the character strips are placed along the entire path. Let me also set the timeline to 420. I came back to my NLA editor. I pressed N, expanded the screen, and I'm playing it. As you can see, the character is moving along the path. It's giving us a really nice flow right now. That's all we need to do. Okay, let me show you the second method too. Let me do it off to the side. Add is greater than curve this time. I picked path. I moved the path aside a bit with Y and Z. I'm giving the rotation a negative value. I set rotation Z to -90. Let's zoom into the path like this to adjust it. With G and Y, I brought it over here. Then, in edit mode, I extend my path with G and Y. I extended it a bit more from here with G and Y. Then let's look at it from the top with G and X. I'm changing my path's route. Let it draw a curve like this. I came back to object mode. I also wanted to walk along a line like this. I open the add-on, the walk animation, I select my character, I selected the path, then clicked Walk Along Path. I went back to the start, and now it keeps running along the path. So, is it just walking? With the add-on, we can play any animation along the path. For example, instead of walking, I want the character to run. I move the run up to the top. Then, select the armature, select the animation, and select the path. And now it keeps running along the path. Now, the question that comes to a lot of people's minds: can I adjust the speed? Absolutely. Using the speed here, I told it to run along the path, and now it keeps running around it in slow motion. This way, we can use any animation we want from here, rig combined animations. When you bring a Mixamo character into the scene, Mixamo actually had a very useful rig add-on for rigging that character. That add-on hasn't been updated for years, so it became outdated. As a team, we've made this add-on much more useful and improved it. Now, first of all, to rig your character, all you need to do is select the armature and click Create Control Rig. The character is now fully rigged from head to toe. Since this isn't a rigging video, I just want to show you how the rigging is done. When you go into pose mode, as you can see, all of the character's rig controls work really well, and they work together with the animation. Snap frame, snap anim, the root and IK behavior adapting to the situation. We've updated all of these really well. On top of that, we've also integrated the export features into it, and we've added extract root motion, which is specifically for game development. But since that's not the topic of this video, I'm undoing this. Actually, To show you how well the two add-ons work together, I open Knit Motion again. When I click Load Action, my animation gets listed in the scene. Let me quickly rename it to W, so we know it's the walk. Now, I want this animation to repeat 10 times with In Place. When I press Send, my animation is now. Let me shrink this a bit. I'm opening the NLA editor. Right now, it's sitting as separate strips. And I clicked Smooth to get a more fluid animation. Now it's playing very smoothly. And here's the thing, I can rig this animation too. In other words, I can rig all the combined animations as well. The only thing I need to do for this is turn it into a single action with Bake Action. When I click Bake Action and hit OK, my entire animation now plays as a single strip. Just like I did a moment ago, I go to Knit Rig, select the armature, and click Create Control Rig right here. When I click Create Control Rig, my animation, the animation I combined, automatically keeps playing, now fully rigged. You can also do this with a moving animation. I'm undoing it. Back in the strips, this time I press Send without In Place. My character is now walking normally. With N, when we look with N, my character is walking really nicely. Now I can rig this walking animation too. I press N to open the panel, and first I combine the separate strips with Bake Action. After combining them, all I need to do is go to Knit Rig, click Create Control Rig, and hit OK. Now my animation will play fully rigged. I press N to expand the screen. As you can see, my animation is playing with the rig. I'll explain this in detail in the Knit Rig video, but we've added some nice features. For example, in pose mode, there's now a hand close and open feature. We can close and open the hand with G. We can move it however we want with G. With Snap Frame, we can switch between IK and FK very quickly. For example, after doing something like this, when I snap again, it handles the IK-FK switching back and forth very quickly. You'll find this add-in included in the package anyway. Export baked animations as Mixamo Ready FBX for Unity, Unreal, and Godot. Let's say we want our animation, the walk animation, to play in place and repeat 5 times. I pressed Send. The animation is moving in place as a walk, and now I want to export it and then reuse it just like a Mixamo character. In this case, all we need to do is press the Bake button, and after baking this character, when I want it to behave like a Mixamo character, I use the Special button and click Export as Mixamo FBX. Right here, I'm exporting it as XFBX. I exported it. It exported it with all the Mixamo properties intact. But is that really the case? Let me check right away. Import is greater than FBX in the Downloads folder, XFBX. When I click Import, it came in, I'm moving it to the side and playing it again. As you can see, my character is back in the scene with all of its properties. On top of that, there were a lot of highly requested export features. We've added the export options for Unity, Godot, Unreal, Web, and Custom, where you can configure your own settings. Among all these features, specifically for Unity, we've also added a fix button for strip Mixamo rig prefixes. Keep on, hips, extract root bone, in place. We've added all of these as well. Now, the moment you click Export for Unity, it applies all the settings and exports it exactly the way you want.